My first ever role in musical theater was Prince Charming. I know, it surprised me too. Originally, I thought I would be playing roles similar in size to my confidence. Smaller, less impactful to the storyline, but once I got into it, I realized it was exactly what I needed. Playing a bold and confident prince made me discover parts of myself I never knew existed. It opened my first horizons in theater. Someone who last met me 2 years ago would barely recognize the bright and confident person I am today. The #1 contributor to this slip was my journey of musical theater. I walked into theater class on the first day of 7th grade, surrounded by musical posters and 8th graders who reconnected with their theater buddies, and they reminisced memories of last year, and as much as I was intimidated by them, I knew, or so I thought, that I didn't have the personality to build a community in this new environment, but boy was I wrong. Back to Cinderella. After the show, something really crazy happened. I started noticing small changes in me that weren't sudden or dramatic, but more than anything, they were real. Beyond just my navy blazer and golden bejeweled crown stood a version of myself I had never tried on before. It's like when you go to a store and you see something you thought you wouldn't like that much, but turns out it was the coolest thing ever. Now, I could order for myself at restaurants, and I could keep a conversation going without just having to worry about the other person saying something more interesting than my thoughts on the weather for that week. Then, I went from a snooty and extravagant prince to a knight in the ensemble of Once Upon a Mattress. No grand entrance, no big spotlight, just me doing what I needed to do to help build the setting of the show. But I still learned something. I learned the importance of teamwork, and I also learned that little things matter too. After retiring the royal uniform, a part of me started to get bored of just playing a man with a low-pitched voice, my dad's work pants, and a slick-back bun. I wanted to expand my horizons as an actress. Seeing more experienced thespians play roles like the damsel in distress or the terrifying villain gave me the motivation and inspiration to work for something bigger. Whether it was perfecting my pitch, which I still can't do to this day, or memorizing lengthy monologues, I never stopped trying. I knew I had a dream I was going to fulfill one day or the other. Fortunately, hard work and perseverance pays off, because next in my theater career came the role that totally changed me and my heart, being none other than the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. As you can imagine, she was loud, dramatic, and very, very chaotic. Playing her let me tap into this huge, over-the-top part of myself I never really used in my day-to-day life. Through her all-time high shrieks storming through Wonderland, or her fearless nature to not decapitate a soul, she taught me how to be bold and confident without take up lots of space without a single regret. She definitely taught me that decapitation isn't the solution for everything. Next, and my most recent role, came Oatcake in Much Ado About Nothing. A goofy, clueless watchman who was basically the opposite of intimidating. Going from the terrifying Queen of Hearts to the jovial Oatcake taught me something that I honestly forgot in this whole process: how to have fun. Come opening night, I was so excited by the stage lights and the loud audience cheers that once the glitz and the glamour faded, something in me faded too. All of a sudden, when it was time for rehearsals for the next show, it felt like I had to go to rehearsals, or I had to memorize my lines. Sometimes, it even felt like I had to wake up, but Oatcake's comical nature and funny actions reminded me that life isn't something I have to endure, but something I get to experience and discover parts of myself, whether it be the size of an atom or the size of the earth. Now, I wasn't just a shy girl who walked cluelessly into a classroom, but a confident person who wasn't afraid to express herself through wit, humor, or deep emotion. Now, I've talked about myself all this time, but for what? It is because I know that there is someone here who is going through the same thing that I did. For me, musical theater wasn't just a couple of lines. It was what happened in between the lines that shaped me as who I am today, person by piece, character by character. And so, if you are in the same scared, shy state that I was in, I can confidently tell you to take the next risk, be bold, be brave, have confidence, because I know that it will lead to amazing things. Thank you.